Yeah, YouTube, this is Rega here again. Today I'll talk to you about a video that's been going around for a while now, but unfortunately I didn't have a camera when this was started, so got me a break, guys. I'm going to do it now. I'm catching up, alright? So this is my 5 reasons for liking RPGs in no particular order. Number 1, story collaboration. I love this about RPGs. I mean, I think that's one of the strongest things that I found from playing them. I mean, if someone told me about the story element, about how one guy or girl creates the world, essentially sets the scene, and then a bunch of other people provide creative input and help shape it and move it and toss it around and start fights and do all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, I would have been playing it since someone told me that. I'd have been all over that, but unfortunately, the first time anyone ever spoke to me about role-playing games, they told me it was like Warhammer Miniatures, which is not really accurate. I suppose it depends on the system they were referring to, but that's unfortunately a misconception I had to deal with eventually. Oh yeah, story collaboration, I love it. I love the fact that, like how, you can have each player in your group run the same scenario and it would be different, in the sense that the way that they would think about it, the way they would bring it across and shape it would be different. So you get that kind of, you get that kind of creative. I don't know. What I'm saying, like the creative bond there between the GM and the players. You don't get that in any kind of other game system, and I really like that. I really like how that works. Okay. Number 2, I love building a character. I love thinking of the themes of the character, how I'm going to construct him, and then coming up with the background and the history and where I want to take the character, and mechanically, like how I roll the dice and putting it together. I love that. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. Like how would a 1920s police officer be made in a game system, or how would you make a space pilot? That stuff amuses. Sorry about that bit of a jamming edit there. My camera decided to die at that point. So where were we? All right, building a character. Yes, building a character. Yes, I love doing that. That is one of my favorite things about RPGs. Like you get that in some video games and such like, but it's really fun to sit down, especially if you do it as a group. I really like doing building a character with a group of other people who are building them, sharing ideas. Oh, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's an interesting background that you got there. Oh, I don't like to give away all my background in one. I had to keep a few things held back for the plot development. That's always fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So 3, hanging out with people. I love hanging out with friends, new gamers, going down the games club and going down and playing in my D&D game now for that's good close to 18 months now, although it's on and off at the moment. It's hard to get scheduling sometimes, with people. But I have been invited to play in a new game. I've been playing at a friend's house in a game called Stormlords? I don't know. But it's quite funny actually, because I didn't know the system, didn't know the rules. I was given a pre-gen character and just sort of thrown in there a little bit, Obviously it was a crap situation how my character met the group that I joined, but it was like, I have no idea what's going on. So I was like, this is a bit weird. It's like I can't confuse player knowledge with character knowledge, because I have literally no idea what's happening. Which is kind of fun in a way, just to go with the flow and see how things develop and just act on instinct, essentially, which is quite fun. Which led to a really amusing moment, which is fun because when you have these sort of moments, it's nice to have hang out with people and they remember these moments in games, and that's one of the great things. Like you're sitting home playing a video game on your own, there's no one there to enjoy when you fail miserably or when you succeed and you grasp victory from the jaws of defeat. Well, in this case, it was me running very fast from a 30-foot demon that had burst into the room, into a cursed palace, if you if you want a bit of context, and was about to kill me, and I didn't know anything about demons in this setting. My character didn't, never seen a demon before, but 30-foot thing with tentacles and glowing red eyes didn't sound like a thing I wanted to fight. So I ran. This is on the second story of the palace. I ran full pelt across the room and swan dived out of a balcony window. It was somewhat suicidal. But what was funny is there was one of our characters was down below and actually managed to catch me as he was climbing down. He'd ran off, you know, ages ago. He was climbing down and all of a sudden you just see me fly out of the window above him. I was like, what the hell's going on? What's he done? And he just managed to catch me and, you know, slam me into the wall, and so I can hold on. That's probably been one of the most craziest escape I've had in my RPG career. And that was, the GM couldn't believe it, I couldn't believe it, no one believed that I actually managed to survive that. But, as I said, a fun moment shared with friends, and that was a great deal of fun. 4. I love the mechanics of how RPGs are set up. I love the systems that people come up with. And you probably don't know this, but I'm a computer programmer trying to get a job in the game industry. I'm training programming, and games development is my passion. It's where I feel, you know, that burning desire to do stuff in. So I really like that part of me. Really enjoys how you create systems from dice or from similar things, like how you represent characters or combat using a rule set. Like that sort of part of it just yeah, blows my mind, like how you do that. Like in the vampire system, using just a single type of dice, you simulate an entire, you know, breadth of actions. That just boom, love to pieces. Right, and last but not least, 5. You know, there's the puzzles that you get, the problem solving. This is both figuring out how to fight something, figuring out how to beat a dungeon, you know, figuring out how to beat the big bad, or to resolve a conflict without killing someone. You know, I really like that. How it challenges your creativity to come up with something that the GM hasn't thought of, which is always fun, and you know, and doing stuff differently, you know, like not always trying to kill something, you know. I hope that makes sense, you know. I don't mean use like fixing like a Rubik's Cube, but like thinking your way around things. That lateral thinking, I think, is a good exercise in life, and I really enjoy that. So that's my 5, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and look forward to more adventures from my channel in the future. See you soon.